Well, a very good afternoon and welcome to Twerton Park for this Vanarama National League South clash between Bath City and Braintree Town. After defeat at Hampton on Tuesday, the Romans are looking to get back to the levels that they hit here last Saturday against Eastbourne Borough and make it 3 wins in a row at Twerton Park. They face a Braintree Town side who sit off the bottom of the table on goal difference alone, but who have lost just once in their last 4 outings, although they did let slip a 2-goal lead on Tuesday to draw with Welling. They currently sit 11 points and 4 places behind the Romans, but with 3 games in hand, will be looking to close that gap this afternoon and avenge September's 3-1 defeat to the Romans. I'm Michael Powell, and hopefully we'll be joined by Bath City midfielder Omar Holness once again this afternoon after he helped inspire his teammates to 3 points from the commentary box last Saturday, although he's just helping his teammates with a few bits and pieces, but hopefully should be with us on Bath City Radio prior to kick-off. What we're hoping for is at least goals. Last 0-0 away from home Braintree Town had was way back in April 2019, and City haven't been involved in a league 0-0 at home or away since March 2020. And neither side have, obviously based on that, had a 0-0 this season. 2 of just 6 clubs in the Vanarama National League South yet to have a goalless draw. As I mentioned, Omar Holness, Bath City midfielder, is back alongside me this afternoon after, I'm going to give you the credit, Omar, inspiring your teammates to 3 points from the commentary box last Saturday, and we're hoping for more of the same this afternoon, right?
No, definitely. Good to be back. Definitely inspiring the lads from up top. Let's get 3 points again at home.
We'll just give you a quick run through of the 2 lineups, starting with Bath City. It's going to be 4-3-3 for the Romans this afternoon. So it's captain Ryan Clark in goal, a back 4 of Joe Rains, Jack Batten, Dan Ball and Zach Delaney. Midfield 3 of Callum Rowe, Jordan Dyer and Tom Smith, and a front 3 of Alex Fletcher, Cody Cook and Ben Seymour. On the bench for Bath City, Elliot Freer, Will Fuller, Tom Richards and Dylan Cadgy. For Braintree Town, it's going to be 4-1-4-1. It's Billy Johnson in goal, a back 4 of Marcus Johnson-Schuster, Kyron Clements, Luke Pennell and Jay Porter. Matthew Johnson is the defensive midfielder. Gianni Critchlow, Alfred Payne, Stefan Illich and Corey Davidson playing behind Luke Holness. On the bench for Braintree, Michael Doan-Benwin, Aaron Aoma, Shane Bergin, Owen McEwen and Max Patmore. I'm assuming Luke is no relation.
I'm assuming so as well.
And it will be Tom Smith to get us underway in this National League South clash. Davidson swings it in. It's deep and Clark is forced to tip it away for another corner. That one did get caught on the wind and the Bath City keeper did well. Be another in-swinger, this one from the right footer. Once again drifts it in. Clark punches away this time. Back to the corner taker. Illich trying to find room for another cross, which he does. That one's a little bit too deep though. We'll go over to the far side. Yeah, change of formation possibly already for Braintree Town, as here's Seymour on the Bath City left. He's got Smith square, 30 yards out. Now to Rains on the right-hand side. There's a chance for him to get forward this afternoon. Plays it through for Seymour. He's made a good run. It's forced wide, but retains possession. Then plays it through to Smith. Drives in across low, finds Fletcher, slightly heavy touch, runs away from him, and Johnson can clear.
Great bit of play from Ben and Tom. Just a heavy touch from great pass.
Here's Seymour again, a bit of space. Now back to Batten on the halfway line. There's out to Rains on the right-hand side. It's quickly closed down, but does well to skip away from Davidson and then is pulled back by the Braintree winger. You're being looked after by your teammates here, Omar.
Yeah, Eddie's just brought me a cup of coffee. What a teammate. What a lad.
Rains will drive in the cross. It comes to Batten, who I don't think quite expected it, and as a result miscued his volley. It was rather tamely straight at Johnson. His Rowe has it, 30 yards out, clips the ball over the top for Cook, but the offside flag goes up against the Bath City striker. That'll be a free kick to Braintree Town against Delaney. Tries to dig out a cross, ball will clear, only as far as Critchlow, forward to Johnson on the left, drives in a cross shot that Clark does well to gather. Rains will take the throw, and going to be a long throw of his own on the Bath City right back. into the area. It's bouncing around, comes through to Cook. Forced wide, turns up, shoots on the turn, takes a deflection behind for Bath City's first corner of the afternoon.
Great bit of work from Cody there to get the shot off and get the corner ultimately.
Now with Seymour just inside his own half, but loses out to Critchlow, hooks a long ball forward. Rains beats Davidson in the air, then has to flick it forward. Loose ball drops to Seymour, he does well. Now Cook in the centre circle. Got Fletcher and Smith ahead of him. Still with Cook as he drives forward. Lays it out to Fletcher on the right-hand side. Tries to play it forward again for Cook. Will get there. Flashes in across. Comes to the far post and just lands on the roof of the net from Dyer. Was a little bit behind in the ball. He tried to readjust, but again, good play from Bath City going forwards.
Yeah, great play from Cody, picking up in that midfield area, driving forward into Fletch. 1-2 from Fletch to back to Cody. A great delivery. I think Jordan didn't realise he had that much time.
Clark goes long with the goal kick. It's not even going to reach the halfway line as it holds up in the wind. Dyer flicks it on, but now it breaks the way of Holness. Out now to Davidson on the Braintree left, on the edge of the area. Tries to find room for a cross, he does. Batten heads it away as far as Johnson, who goes for first range strike, and it's off the post and away. Superb effort by Matt Johnson, and so close to breaking the deadlock.
Great strike from the midfielder there.
Yeah, it will be the left foot of Rowe to swing it in.
Great
drives it a bit flatter, and Dyer was arriving, couldn't quite get enough on it. Put under enough pressure by Johnson, and Smith blocks Davidson's clearance. Back to the right, Pennell with a towering header over Cook. It's now with Rowe onto Fletcher in the centre circle. He volleys it forward, looking for the run of Seymour. Johnson shoots underneath it. Loose ball. Well, Cook elects it. Leave it go for a throw-in. Gets on with it quickly though to Smith, who's there. Hacked down by Critchlow.
Surely that's a card.
Yeah, reckless sliding challenge. And I think it is going to be the first card of the afternoon to Gianni Critchlow. Bowls it out first time to Batten, who can stride up towards the halfway line. Looking for movement ahead of him, and plays it to Cook on the right-hand side. Nice touch and field, still with Cook, 20 yards out. It's going to go for a shot, and it's straight at Johnson. But good play from Cody Cook.
Dangerous bit of play. Good movement into the area.
Mark's goal kick is won on the halfway line by Payne. Comes to Holness, midway inside the Bath City half. Goes for a long-range strike, which ricochets off the heels of ball, and Delaney is forced to put it out for a throw-in under pressure from Critchlow.
You see another foot race between Zach and Critchlow.
Four loanies in this Bath City starting lineup as Batten with a long ball forward, looking for Cook, who tumbles down under pressure from Clements. Doesn't get anything, and Johnson can get on with it quickly. Batten underneath it, headed away. Cody Cook still appealing, but I think it was half-hearted appeals from the crowd, wasn't it?
Very hopeful. Hopeful appeal.
Swings it in. Headed halfway by Dyer. Rains and Smith can combine to get it further upfield. Porter gets there ahead of Fletcher, though. Now to Davidson on the right. Cuts inside, going to go for a shot. It's blocked by Cook. Batten's clearance is then blocked by Critchlow. Loose ball comes to Johnson inside the area against Rains. Lays it back to Illich and swings in across, but it's a bit too deep, and Delaney has time to play it forward to Rowe. And then onto Cook in a bit of space up over the halfway line. Got Seymour and Fletcher ahead of him. Smith now outside him on the right-hand side. Instead goes back to Rains. Forward again to Cook on the Bath City right, 15 yards out. Looks to cut inside and gets a free kick. As Rains hits the one-man wall behind for a corner kick. Rowe to swing it in with his left foot. It's clipped towards the far post. It's over Johnson, comes to Smith, who miscues it. It's still alive in the area, and then Cook has gone down. It's put behind for a corner kick. The Bath City players want a penalty. I think Cody Cook was wiped out, but it's just going to be a corner kick.
That to me is incredible that he hasn't called a penalty. Cody was absolutely wiped out. I'd love to watch that back again, and I'm sure the ref would as well.
Yeah, it all happened so quickly, didn't it? Johnson came flying out to try and get his hand on it, completely misjudged it. Smith, shot towards goal, didn't get much on it, and then, yeah, Cook, as he tried to swivel and shoot, was down getting treatment from the physio, Lee Williams. Plays it forward, looking for the run of Rowe, who will get there first, but good defending by Clements to hold him up. Plays it forward upfield, and that is the half-time whistle. So at the interval, it's Bath City 0, Braintree Town 0, an attritional half on the whole in difficult conditions. Few set pieces for the visitors. The closest we came to the deadlock being broken was Matt Johnson's terrific 25-yard drive that hit the Bath City upright. The Romans could have had a penalty at the end of the first half for a challenge on Cody Cook, but at half-time it is 0-0. No changes for either side at the interval. It will be Stefan Ilic who gets us underway. Johnson with a long ball forward. Batten tries to head it back to Clark. He's completely misjudged it. Holness gets there ahead of him. Looks to play it back at the loose pass, and Smith will clear long upfield. Looking for his fellow Johnson. He does win the flick on. It's back to him, out 20 yards out. Is it short to Payne? Now into Critchlow on the Braintree right. Looks to skip away from Delaney, gets to the byline. Hangs in across, it's headed goalwards, and Clark has to tip it over the bar from Holness. As Cook does well to lay it off to Rowe on the halfway line, driving forward. Has Seymour outside him, who he uses. Still with Seymour, looking to get to the byline, which he does. Pullback is deflected behind by Clements. So here is Rains. Here's a better delivery. Johnson does punch it away. There's Rains, 10 yards inside the Braintree half. Exchanges passes with Rowe. Forward now into Fletcher. Turns away from his man. Plays it forward, look for the runner Smith. It's cut out by the Braintree defence. Batten wins it back high up the pitch. Now it's with Ball on the halfway line. Plays it over the top, looking for Cook, but the offside flag goes up against the Bath City striker.
Great run, great intention from Cody.
It's just one of 3 goalless games in the division now after this flurry of early second half goals. Ebbsfleet Hampton and Chelmsford Chippenham still the same way as Cook flicks on. He's then wiped out on the follow-up. Referee plays advantage. It's with Seymour, about 20 yards out, and in fact he's now blown his whistle because it's a hefty collision. And both players are still down. Well, I assume the referee was going to give a free kick. It looks like he's actually going with a drop ball. Well, he had his arm outstretched as if he was playing an advantage, then stopped the game because both players were down injured. Well, it is going to be a free kick. As Rowe swings it in, it's deep, and it's turned behind for a corner kick by Johnson. He nearly misjudged it on the wind, but in the end did well to readjust. And he'll deliver this one once again into the area. This one's flatter, it's flicked on near post to Fletcher, and it's off the line. Excellent defending by Davidson. Smith hooks it back in, headed back by Clements, back to Smith on the Bath City right to the byline. Crosses blocked behind by Holness for a corner kick, but by far the closest Bath City have come to breaking the deadlock, but Davidson on the line was alert. There's a few boos and jeers about where a throw was being taken, but we'll get on with it. Pennell then plays it forward, looking for the run of Davidson, who will reach it on the Braintree left against Rains into the area, twisting and turning, cuts inside, drives it across goal, and then Dyer under pressure can clear, and Rains can volley it clear. And with that, we'll give them a chance to bring on Elliot Freer. First Bath City substitution of the afternoon, and it's Alex Fletcher who's going to make way. There's ball forward, Seymour chasing after it, along with Pennell. The centre-back does well. And we'll be able to clear long upfield, looking for Holness. Battling away with Batten. Loose ball drops to Smith, just inside the Braintree half. Now it's with Ball. Brings it up onto the halfway line. Freer lets it run. Rowe making a run from deep. It goes down. Under pressure from Payne. The referee says there was nothing wrong with it. I think Callum Rowe might have been clipped there by Alfie Payne. I think he's got away with it.
Wow. Disagree with that call. But he's the man in charge indeed.
You can hear what the Twerton Park crowd think of that one. Dome Benwin will clear upfield. It's picked up by Smith though. To Freer on the left, inside to Delaney. Looking to twist and turn, still with Delaney. Goes down and is going to get a yellow card for a dive. And I think the referee got that one right.
Yeah, got that one right. Didn't see any contact. Good initial play from Zach to get into the area, and unfortunately, you know, these things do happen.
Get something late as Batten clears long upfield. Pennell gets a touch on it. Seymour's going to try and get there. He's got there ahead of the keeper. He's forced wide. Johnson back on his line, still with Seymour on the right-hand side. His crosses block, comes to Rowe 20 yards out. Still with Rowe, lays it out to Delaney on the left-hand side. Bar City starting to ramp up the pressure forward to Freer. Dome Benwin gets a foot in and it's cleared upfield. Batten is eased out of it by Holness. He's got a free kick. It's Freer. Stands this free kick up. It's headed away by Pennell. Ball will pick it up 10 yards inside the Braintree half. Forward to Smith in a bit of space in the area. Smith cross goal and it's into the side netting. The net rippled. I think a few this side of the ground thought it might be in, but it was just the wrong side of the post from Tom Smith.
Great work from Tom.
8 minutes for someone to break the deadlock in this game. It's with Delaney driving in towards the area, still going. Delaney still going, marauding run across goal, and it's turned back where it's come from. It's excellent defending, Matt, from Davidson to put it behind for a Bar City corner. Drives it in. Clark punches it against his own crossbar, and then Seymour can clear upfield. It's a very nervous moment for the City goalkeeper. It's still alive with Davidson. Skips inside Delaney. Now he lays it out to Payne, who completely shanks his ball into the box. And Jerry Gill is not impressed with the talking to, so he's going to get a yellow card instead. Jerry Rains lining it up. Hills it into the area. It's a crowd of players in there. It's headed clear. Payne nods it slightly further. Rowe picks up the loose ball. Slightly heavy touch of Ridgely's being dispossessed by Payne, and now Braintree have a break. It's 5-on-2 at the moment. Davidson has it on the left, plays it forward, finds McEwen. McEwen looks to cut inside, and it's brilliant defended by Delaney to stop him. Such a great opportunity for Braintree Town. They couldn't make the most of their numbers. Now Smith coming forward, gets it to Freer. Smith takes it over once again. Still with Smith, has Seymour on the left, who he uses. Up against Dome Benwin, he's held up by the defender. Is excellent defending by the Braintree substitute. Rains is going to try another long throw. This one's from much deeper up the line. Johnson wins it. Rowe picks up the loose ball though, driving inside the area, across goal, but straight into the arms of Johnson. He does keep it in. It's the last chance saloon time here at Twerton Park. His cross is blocked. Loose ball though, falls. It's swung into the area, flicks off the head of Payne. Pennell is underneath it to head half clear. Comes as far as Seymour, who shot is blocked, and with that the referee blows the full-time whistle. It finishes here at Twerton Park. Bath City 0, Braintree Town 0. Bath City draw for the first time this season. They draw for the first time since March 2020, 0-0. And the spoils are shared here at Twerton Park. In the end, or was it a case of defences being on top?
Yeah, certainly, but more so I think never really, up top we never really had the quality of recent weeks. But no, positive to take away from it is a clean sheet, you know, and following that 4-0 loss, I think I'd certainly, you know, want us to continue on this path defensively.
Yeah, it's just Bath City's fourth clean sheet of the season. It's their second since August. And I guess going, as we've talked about it, of course, going into that run of games against sides at the top, sides in form, sides scoring goals in Maidstone and Dorking, will a clean sheet do a lot for the confidence?
No, absolutely. It's just first step though. It's actually going out and and performing and doing it well. Though I do think we were unlucky today. A few calls, I believe, went against us. But no, again, clean sheet. We'll come away. We'll be disappointed with it, but we'll come away with that in our pockets and work in front of the goal this week.
That's all from us this afternoon. Thank you very much for joining us on Bath City Radio, where Omar Holness was alongside myself, Michael Powell. See a stalemate between Bath City and Braintree Town. A point for both sides. Move on to next Saturday. Thank you for joining us. Enjoy the rest of your week. We'll see you in 7 days' time.